Ladies and gentlemen, we all should have seen this coming. It's like clockwork. Less than 96 hours after Tulsi Gabbard and the FBI secured the election evidence from Fulton County, Georgia, the deep state is drumming up and is about to launch an all-out, full-blown counterattack and try to destroy Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel, and Trump in the process to sabotage the investigation and the evidence before it comes out. The fake news media is now reporting that there is evidence that implicates Tulsi Gabbard in the Trump administration that is so explosive and so massive, it has to be locked in a safe. Because if it were to be disclosed, it would destroy national security. That's how bad it is. And ladies and gentlemen, get this because it gets better. The architects behind this attack are the very same people that orchestrated Trump's first impeachment from his first administration. Go figure. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that the reason they're doing this is obvious because they're absolutely terrified and they know that the Trump administration is over the target. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break all this down. But first, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe and turn the bell notifications on so you never miss another update. Now let's get into this. And first, just look at the headlines. All I did was Google Tulsi Gabbard, and every single story is about what we're about to cover here. The Wall Street Journal, exclusive, classified whistleblower complaint about Tulsi Gabbard stalls. The Daily Beast, Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard accused of stalling, secret whistleblower complaint. Yahoo News, is Tulsi Gabbard blocking a huge whistleblower complaint against her? And it's like this cloak and dagger thing. They're making this out to be so massive, guys. They got her this time. So this is the raw story, and this is a copy-paste of the Wall Street Journal, which is behind a paywall, but it's the same story. The headline, explosive whistleblower claim against Tulsi Gabbard locked in safe by Trump admin. So they're saying that there is a whistleblower that came forward and alleged corruption involving Tulsi Gabbard, and Democrat lawmakers have been trying to review the whistleblower complaint, but Tulsi Gabbard is claiming executive privilege and saying that it could compromise national intelligence if they were to review this, because Tulsi Gabbard knows, of course, the first thing they're going to do is run straight to the media, and that could compromise and jeopardize the ongoing investigation into both the domestic election interference in Fulton County and the foreign influence that Tulsi Gabbard is investigating. But what they're trying to do, obviously, is drum up a bunch of outrage and get people to demand the disclosure of this information because they want to jeopardize and sabotage and compromise the Trump administration's pursuit of proving that the 2020 election was stolen and smear Tulsi Gabbard and jeopardize the investigation. Mark my words, this is what they're trying to do here. You have to read between the lines and see this coming. They are going to try to use this complaint to make Tulsi Gabbard out to be a security risk. They're not just trying to damage her reputation. They're going to try to paralyze her hand before she can sign the order to declassify the Fulton County evidence before it comes out. And so here's the game plan. What they're going to try to do, they can't stop Tulsi Gabbard with the DOJ. We control the DOJ. They can't stop her with Congress because Republicans have a majority. So they're going to go to the one place that they still control, the D.C. courts. And they've got this attorney that was behind the Trump impeachment one that is probably getting ready to file a lawsuit and ask a liberal judge to issue an emergency injunction and try to get the courts to say that nobody can touch these boxes, nobody can declassify these files, and effectively freeze the evidence in legal purgatory for a period of time. So this is a race against time. The evidence is on her desk. She has it. She's preparing to declassify it, and the deep state is trying to beat her to the punch. And look how they're painting this. A cloak and dagger mystery reminiscent of John le Carre novel is swirling around the complaint, which is said to be locked in a safe. It also implicates another federal agency beyond Gabbard's and raises potential claims of executive privilege that may involve the White House, officials said. Now, if you're saying that it involves another federal agency, I'm going to guess that's probably the FBI, considering that this complaint is supposedly 8 months old, but it's only now coming out a couple of days after the raid at Fulton County, and they're trying to smear Tulsi Gabbard because she was seen at the Fulton County warehouse, and I'm assuming they're also trying to smear Kash Patel and the FBI, as well as President Trump. They say lodged last May with the intelligence community's Inspector General. The complaint's contents remain unknown. though the Journal reported a U.S. intelligence official has alleged wrongdoing by Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard. So this evidence they're referring to comes from an intelligence official that lodged the complaint with the community's inspector general. And the intelligence official could be active or could be one of the people that was fired by Tulsi Gabbard. They go on to say, if disclosed, could cause grave damage to national security, one official told the Journal on the condition of anonymity. Now take a look at this part. If you have any doubt that this is 100% related to Fulton County and this is just a smear campaign that they're trying to launch as a retaliation attack, they say its existence was first made known to lawmakers last November, after the whistleblower's attorney sent a letter to Gabbard accusing her office of blocking lawmakers' access to it. So we have a whistleblower's complaint that was made back in May from an intelligence official. Then the Democrat lawmakers, they tried to get access to see what the complaint was. And in November, the whistleblower's attorney sent a letter to Tulsi Gabbard accusing her of stalling and blocking their access to it. So the most recent action took place back in November. But we're not hearing a word about this until Monday, February 2nd, just a couple days after the raid at Fulton County. So it's almost like they've had this thing on the sidelines ready to go in case they needed to attack Tulsi Gabbard. And it's like a break glass in case of emergency kind of thing. And the raid at Fulton County was the emergency, so now they're breaking the glass. And like I said in the beginning, this is being orchestrated by the very architects of the Trump impeachment hoax, number one, the Ukraine phone call hoax. So this is from the attorney representing the whistleblower, Andrew Bakaj. He said, from my experience, it is confounding for Gabbard's office to take weeks, let alone 8 months, to transmit a disclosure to Congress. And here's where they even admit it. Bakaj also had represented the Central Intelligence Agency officer who filed the 2019 whistleblower complaint that led to Trump's first impeachment. And so this is their guy, Andrew P. Bakaj, former CIA officer, Ukrainian American. He has the Ukraine flag in his bio here. Attorney leading a national security law firm, Compass Rose Legal Group, and chief counsel at Whistleblower Aid. This is the guy. And I'm telling you, he's getting ready to walk into a DC courtroom, ask for a liberal judge, and get an emergency injunction because he wants the court to freeze the evidence, to preserve the status quo and keep, everything on ice for as long as possible. He wants to handcuff Tulsi Gabbard with a lawsuit so that if she declassifies the truth, she goes to jail for contempt of court. And they're trying to move the evidence from a secure room, to an evidence locker for as long as they can and stall this thing. And they've got their guy who's ready to go. And look at him. He's ready. Put me in, coach. Yes, Deep State. I will do it for you. I will take down Orange Man. I will protect you, Deep State, as I always have. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's happening. That's what's on the horizon. That's what they're up to. And we should have known at least, that an attack was coming. And they're about to launch a full-blown all-out assault because they're panicked right now. They are absolutely terrified. As soon as they saw Tulsi Gabbard, all hell broke loose. And it is going to be a bumpy ride, folks, and we should have known that well in advance. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to make this video to get you guys up to speed so you can see the deep state's moves before they happen. That way we're prepared. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notification so you never miss another update. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.